Number 7. Yeti. This creature is usually mistaken to be a Bigfoot or a Sasquatch, but the main difference of a Bigfoot and a Yeti is that the Yeti is mostly found in the mountainous region of Bhutan, Nepal, and Tibet, aka the Himalayan, while the Bigfoot is mostly found in the Northern American forest, particularly in Canada. Now, the Yeti is usually depicted as having whitish fur, are believed to be bipedal, and to be bigger than an average human. Some may describe them to be ape-like or bear-like. Though they sound big and menacing, reports of their sightings were rarely described as aggressive. Anyways, in the pre-19th century, there were accounts of some Himalayan natives worshipping a glacier being, with the being depicted as ape-like and carries a large stone weapon of some kind. But it was only in the 19th century, when there were a lot of expeditions made by the Western world, that the first encounter by a European happened. That was when it started being known throughout the world. Where exactly in the Himalayan does this creature resides in is unknown. Some people believe they live in the valleys, while others believe they live high in the mountains. Some evidence found, which allegedly came from the Yetis, were mostly inconclusive, but due to the reported sightings throughout time, there is still a small possibility that it is a real animal. Number 6. Flatwoods Monster. Also known as the Phantom of Flatwoods. This creature was sighted in the town of Flatwoods in Braxton County, West Virginia, United States. It is described to be 7 feet tall, has a black body and dark glowing face. The head seems like the spade you find in poker cards and has large glowing inhuman eyes. The creature is said to be very fast despite being tall. Some say they couldn't see limbs, while others describe them to have stringy arms with long claw-like fingers. The first sighting of this creature happened on September 12, 1952, where 3 kids witnessed a bright object falling from the sky and landed somewhere near a local farm. They went there accompanied by an adult and 3 more boys to investigate. At the site, they smelled a sickening burnt metallic odor and saw a pulsating ball of fire. That's when one of the boys saw 2 small lights and directed his flashlight towards them. A creature was bounding towards them while emitting a shrill hissing sound. All of them fled in panic. Other than them, a few other sightings were recorded during the time period. Those who actually encountered the creature and smelt the mist suffered alarming symptoms: irritation of the nose, swelling of the throat, followed by vomiting and convulsions. The doctor who treated them described it to be similar to victims of mustard gas, a sulfur-based chemical weapon. Was it a government testing? Was it a UFO? Or was it a cryptid? Who knows? Number 5. Bunyip. The stories of the Bunyip came from throughout Australia, but with different names from different tribes. It is known to be an evil spirit, a large creature living in the billabongs, swamps, and most freshwater sources in Australia. Just like the Yeti, the Europeans that came in the early to mid-19th century has written a few accounts of some Bunyip sightings. Though most accounts do try to rationalize it, saying it could be seals that strayed inland, which might be true because seals have been found for even as far as 100 kilometers away from the coast. There are no consistent description on how the Bunyip looks like in folklore, other than it being scary, big, and dangerous. Other descriptions includes it having a dog-like face, dark fur, flippers, horns, or tusks, and more. They would eat anything that comes near them or near the water's edge. Another eerie thing is that they would only appear at night and has a blood-curdling shriek. Number 4. Loch Ness Monster. This creature is associated with Scotland, specifically the waters of Loch Ness, a huge lake with 16,430,000 gallons of water. The Loch Ness Monster, or Nessie, is said to be either a creature with a long neck and a huge body or a creature with a serpentine body. The earliest known reported sighting of the creature is said to be in the year 565. A book written in the 7th century called Life of Saint Columba by Adomnan tells the story of a creature that dwells the river Ness, which is a bit different from what we know today with Nessie residing in the lake. More sightings of the creature could be found throughout the centuries, but not even one solid proof of its existence has truly been found. But stories of giant creatures found near water is pretty common, so who knows what's lurking under the water, especially a big lake like Loch Ness. Number 3. Dowarku. This creature inhabits the lakes of the British Isles. They resemble either an otter or a type of dogfish, which is as big as a crocodile, give or take 7 feet long. They don't hesitate in attacking humans and could run as fast as horses when they want or need to. They are usually found in a group or at least in a pair when they are chasing. They always form a tag team, taking turns chasing until their prey is caught. Technically a strategy of getting their prey tired while having fun chasing. When they feel threatened, they would give off an eerie high-pitched whistle or screech to warn their group. This creature seems to be a cryptid, but because there are no hard proof of its existence, they are a bit mythical, just like the Loch Ness. Sightings have been reported as far back as 1684, but tales of the Dowarku seems to have been around for much longer. Now, they say that the Dowarku is extremely rare or maybe even extinct. But if there is a chance that they are alive, they should be found in Atchel Island, west of County Mayo, in a lake named Strahin's Loch. Number 2. Wendigo. This folklore creature came from the Algonquin folklore of Canada and some parts of northern US. There are a few different accounts on how they look like. Some say they are furry beasts that are bipedal. Some say they are human-like but very tall and impossibly thin, as if it has been starving for a long time. Well, the earliest description of the Wendigo is that it has grey skin, sunken eyes, yellow fangs, and a long slimy tongue. Imagine a vampire that hasn't eaten anything and has been rotting for quite a long time. According to folklore, it is a creature that is forever hungry for human flesh. They could also be in the form of a spirit, where they can possess people. Those who are possessed by them are said to have a never-ending hunger, just like them. Due to the possession, the people are then turned into a cannibal, to be precise. Number 1. Kongamato. This creature is said to have been seen by people near the swamps or lakes of western Zambia, Angola, and Congo. But it wasn't just the natives that know of their existence. It even caught the attention of a European explorer called Frank Welland, where he talked about it in his book called In Which Bound Africa from the year 1932, which was the first written account of the creature. From the description of the creature in both the book and the accounts of eyewitnesses, the creature was said to be a very large bird-like creature with red leathery wings but has no feathers on them. If one were to assume what the creature was, they would say it was a type of pterosaur. Apparently sightings and attacks of similar creatures have been seen in other parts of Africa, but it goes by different names. Since there are no real evidence to its existence other than people's sightings and accounts of people being attacked by it, do you think this creature was made up or real? What do you think?